Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another trading video. It is Monday, the start of another great trading week. And right off the bat, I just want to say I got a lot of comments on my last video about Palantir. And I read through every comment. And you know what? I think you guys changed my mind. I dug deeper into Palantir. I looked at the fundamentals. I looked at the technicals. I looked at the financials. And you know what? You convinced me. Palantir to the moon! What happened? Oh, what happened here? Red. Is this a new shade of green? Wait a minute. Wait, why is there a negative sign? Oh, wait, minus 2%? Wait, hang on. Wait, is this right? Do I have to flip this chart upside down? I'm confused. In all seriousness, let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the heat map here. You can see mixture of red and green on the board, but pretty much mostly red, right? Amazon had a red day, Google, Facebook, Microsoft. Of the big tech stocks, only Apple was up 2%. Semis had a great day today. Take a look at AMD. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. AMD up over 6%, finally broke above $90, and we're nearing $93. So really excited about that because I have a 90 strike covered call that expires in 4 weeks, the day before Christmas. And I want my shares to get called away. I want to collect the premium. I want to collect the stock appreciation. And that way, I can hopefully end 2020 on a green note. If AMD closes above $90 on December 24th, I will be up 20% on my portfolio for the year, which I would be super stoked about. And that way, I would also be all cash and can start the year of 2021 on a completely fresh note, with some profits in my account, and who knows, maybe even go bigger in the coming year. So I'm really happy about AMD. Nvidia also up 1%. Micron, you know, Honey Badger doing Honey Badger things. The entire semiconductor sector was up. Micron said, you know what, I'm going to take an L today. I'm going to be down 0.2%. But you know what, you do you, Micron. You do you. So let's talk about a Seeking Alpha article that actually one of our Discord members brought to my attention, which I thought was very interesting on AMD. And then we'll close out the video doing some technical analysis on AMD. I feel like we haven't done TA on AMD in quite some time, so it'd be a nice change of pace. So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at AMD on Robinhood and see how we fared today. And like I said, we were up over 6%. Take a look at this. Right here from about 10 o'clock to about almost 11 o'clock, the whole market did a little bit of a dip here. The whole market kind of rallied early in the morning within the first hour or so, and then it dipped. The whole market did. So it just took AMD along with it for the ride. But then take a look at this. AMD said, nope, I'm going to take off to the moon, and it just shot out like a rocket. Because look at this. Like I said, up 6.3% about on the day, up another 0.4% after hours. I'm thinking AMD is going to continue this green trend and be green tomorrow too, or flat, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's take a look at the Seeking Alpha article that I was talking about. But before we do that, let's take a look at the options chain, because like I said, my December 24th covered calls are going to be deep in the money. For 90 strike, yeah, I sold these bad boys for $2.96. They're now worth $6.15. So deep in the money. If I really wanted to, I could roll up and out. But like I said, I had a plan for about a month now of trying to be all cash by the end of the year. So if AMD can just hold above 90 now for about a month, I'm looking pretty good. And we'll see. I think it's very possible that AMD could be around $100 by the end of the year. And if that happens, I will leave some money on the table. You can't time everything perfectly. You go after the meat in the middle. And like I said, if I can be all cash and up 20% at the end of the year, I think that's a good year. That's basically double the return on average of the S&P 500. So I will definitely take that W and be happy with that. But let's take a look at what the options are looking at for this week, because we had a big green day. So I'm assuming the at the money covered calls, or calls I should say in general, are probably pretty juicy right now. Let's see, $202 for $9,300 in risk. So the at the money calls are trading for about 2% right now. So really not that juicy, to be honest with you. But you can see, if you just flat out bought calls on AMD, these calls are up 200, 300, 400%. So you would have gotten 2 baggers, maybe 3 baggers depending on if you bought some of these calls early on. But I'm sure we can find that information on WSB. Let's take a look at the Seeking Alpha article, and that's this article right here. So this article was just put out yesterday, titled AMD Shorts Surge as Expected. So the short interest in AMD has more than doubled in the past month, which we haven't seen since 3 years ago, or actually over 3 years ago in May 2017. And as predicted, the shares are looking to break out of a trading range, which pretty much AMD just did today. Take a look at this. We had a little bit of a surge in the number of short shares. So this might be a short squeeze that's happening on AMD right now. If we roll through this article, you can see it's also comparing Xilinx data to AMD, but I'm not going to go into Xilinx right now. I haven't looked into their stock that much. But so what's next for AMD according to this article? Well, they're saying that the biggest catalyst will come at the Q4 report, when management likely gives its initial revenue forecast for 2021. After doing less than $4 billion in revenue in 2015, the company is expected to post a top-line number of more than double, more than $9.5 billion for this year, representing a 41% growth. And another 25% growth is expected next year to $11.9 billion, with Wall Street seeing more than $15.6 billion possible in 2023. So, gosh, maybe I shouldn't sell off or have my shares called away. Maybe I should just keep rolling them out, but I don't want to do that because the hypothesis that I'm working out, even though AMD has very good data or very good predictions in terms of their future growth, if the market crashes, which I personally think it will in the coming year or two, then it's going to drag AMD down with it. So there may be a better opportunity to buy on AMD in a little bit if the market does go into a recession or depression, and I can scoop up AMD maybe cheaper than what I have right now, because I was assigned shares of AMD at $85 a piece. So I would love to get in maybe in the 60s or 70s if AMD falls with an overall market decline. But we'll have to see about that. Take a look at this right now. So this is the graph. It's also talking about AMD shares. And actually, funnily enough, it's saying that AMD shares are undervalued by almost $1.50 per share. And the stock has been mostly between about 75 to high 80s after the breakout earlier this year. And I think we just had another big breakout. We'll take a look at the TradingView graph in a second. But I think we had another big breakout with AMD finally breaking above $90. So let's get right into it. I'm really pleased with what I saw on AMD today. So here's the TradingView graph right now. This is daily candle, so each candle represents 1 day of trading. If I zoom out here, you can see since about, about late July, AMD has been trading between about $73, $74 and roughly $88, $89. For a few months now, you can see just been zigzagging up and down, up and down, up and down. We finally today had this big green candle, broke above our most recent high, which was back on October 8th of about $88, $89. Our most recent high before that, intraday, was actually up to $94 back on September 2nd. So I am actually hoping that AMD continues this uptrend past the most recent high on September of $94 and goes into the mid to high 90s and hopefully further on at least into $100. The only thing that worries me a little bit, the RSI is getting rather close to being overbought. So it is possible that we could see a little bit of a pullback tomorrow, maybe a little bit of profit taking by the market. But there was such a big move today, especially because as I was watching the market today, a lot of the stocks were red. The Qs, QQQ were red, SPY was red. A lot of, just regular stocks like I showed you, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, they were red. But AMD was able to kind of rise above all that and be big green. So I'm hoping AMD will continue the green trend tomorrow. I have this trend line that I drew a while back, and you can see we kind of broken above that. If I draw this trend line up and out, we kind of broke above that with this big green candle today. So I really hope that we continue along this trend line and trading above it. And like I said, I'm really hoping and rooting for AMD to stay above $90 for the month of December so I can be all cash. That's really it. I mean, there's not much editing to do in terms of the TA. What I could consider is moving my fib levels, because I think the bottom is good, because the most recent lows were pretty much at this level of support at $73.72. The most recent area of support, or the closest area of support, is around $89 by my technical analysis. I can't really draw any other level of TA, because above that, there's really only 2 to 3 days of trading, not including today. So there's not a lot of price action in that trading range. We'll have to wait and see what AMD does tomorrow. I mean, it's possible, because the interesting thing, right where we closed today at $92 and some change, if I scroll out to the left, look at that. That's the top of these wicks right here on August 31st and September 1st. So I could draw an area of resistance right there, and take a look at that. I mean, how perfect is that? This candle today topped out right at these wicks here. So we might actually be hitting resistance, and maybe we'll bounce off that area of resistance and now trade between $89 and $93. Or like I said, maybe we'll continue that uptrend and break above this trend line, which will then become support. That's what I'm rooting for. That's what I'm hoping for. Let me know in the comments below if you have shares or if you had options in AMD. Hopefully you made money today. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I hope you liked my meme video that I put out. I hope you get it, that it was just a little bit of a joke. It's nice to have a little bit of fun every now and then. So for all my Palantir peeps, don't take it personally. Just have a little fun. If you made money, I'm happy for you. If you didn't make money, you'll get them next time, Tiger. Happy trading.